Hey, it's White Boy Chris. If the Pat Downs ever made you laugh, then join our Patreon and support us. Get bonus content, a t-shirt, or an autographed copy of Rabbit, Miss Pat's autobiography. Visit MissPatComedy.com for the link to the Patreon, and while you're there, join our Facebook group.
Welcome to another episode of the Pat Down. I'm here with my people that I love the most, Chris Bangalane and Dion Curry. We are here after the Super Bowl. Nigga, where my money?
About that. Chris has said something about lawyers.
Yeah, Dion, I'm going to have my attorney look this over for you two, and we'll let you know.
Chris, y'all don't give me my $50. I will tear some shit up. Give me my money.
This is a bad bet because you only would have had to pay us $25.
I don't give a fuck about what I had to pay you. So what I had to pay you is irrelevant because you didn't win. I'm talking about what you had to pay me, you pumpkin patch looking nigga.
Now look, I'm not going to sit here and get called red and puffy again.
I fuck a puffy. I said pumpkin patch. Look like you want to be picked. You swole leg cracker. Give me my money.
I'm gonna pay your ass in pennies.
Yeah, yeah. Do you take a firm?
Yes, I do, nigga. I
split this into 4 payments.
I'm gonna give you 1 penny every day, every time I see you. So I don't owe you no money no more.
Your ass gonna be a firm if y'all don't send me a Zelle before we come out of this break. Yeah, we be right back. I'm about to kill a nigga. We be right back.
You better get up, get out, and tune in to this podcast. This Pat spit the truth, spit the real fact. Nothing but the ugly, classy at the same time. Pat got the flavor, these are not your same lines. That's the politics, she been on the real grind. It could be pretty but ugly at the same time. Just tune in, put your lock on the spin down. Ain't no need for the wait and turn it up now. What you talking about? Is it real though? And cut the game, you get no play like Nintendo. You wasted time, turn it up, nothing but the ugly. Straight off the top, everything she say, you know it's funny. Full blast, this a taste of the future. Listen on your iPhone, on your desktop computer. Share it, tweet it, ain't no way to beat it. Nothing but the ugly, turn it up and gon' repeat it. Nothing
what money?
But I can't, you better, but.
Uh-oh.
Don't choke. Don't choke.
Back teeth coming out.
The back teeth came out.
What?
You got that money for that fucking football game we betted on.
We bet on the football game? Well, if we bet on the football game, I'll have my attorney review the terms of the agreement, and then I'll let you know. And if I do have to pay you the money, do you take a payment plan?
Chris? I will literally give your white baby shaking baby syndrome.
I like that. I can see her doing it to that soundtrack.
I forgot that we made that bet, and then you were like, "What money?" And I texted Jazz. I was like, "What's she talking about?" I was like, "Oh, she was serious."
Yeah, she want her money. She called me at midnight. I pretend to be asleep.
Okay,
I saw you call me. I got you, buddy. You'll get it. Them Chiefs, them low down dirty motherfuckers didn't show up to the 4th motherfucking quarter.
They gave them that. They was like, we already beaten y'all, so we'll just make y'all. We don't want to embarrass y'all too bad. We want to kill y'all, but we still want your heart to beat. So congratulations to the Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs ass, which I knew they would. And did y'all see Taylor's Swift get booed?
Yeah.
So the president was bragging about how Mega booed her, but come to find out he got booed too.
Did he? I'm not surprised. First United States president to ever go to a Supreme Court, Super Bowl, and then they showed him. Somebody took the Kendrick Lamar where he looked at the camera and said, "Hey Drake, I heard you like him young," and then cut to Trump going like this. It's so funny.
Well, shout out to the Super Bowl because it was so many subliminal subliminal messages in there for white people that they did not get. And I see white people, I didn't like it. I said, because you wasn't paying attention, you dumb fuck. So it was a really good part. I mean, it was really good. I did feel really bad for Drake, for him to look in that camera and say, "Hey, Drake." And I was like, all righty then.
Maybe the ballsiest thing I've ever seen. Oh, he's put out a statement like, I'll sue you. And then he just looked at the camera and smiled. It was
Let me
awesome.
ask y'all this. Did y'all see the dick in them blue jeans on Kendrick Lamar?
I honestly did not.
I did not.
No, I wasn't looking.
Oh, it was so fulfilling.
How fulfilling was it, Pat?
I knew he had dick when he got out that box Chevy. But
Can I ask you?
Them hip hugger jeans he had on.
Bell bottoms.
Yes.
Every girl my age was like, man, I've got a pair of those in my closet.
What makes it fulfilling for you? Why does him having a big dick make you feel good?
Oh, bitches like to look. We can window shop.
Going window shopping for dick.
It was so nice to see a pair of old jeans filled out the right way. And you was like, wow, this is the type of, you thinking to yourself, because those were 60s and 70s jeans. This is the type of jeans my mama had to unzip to suck dick. And I was just sitting, I was mesmerized.
I've never in my life thought about my mom unzipping jeans. What the? That's crazy.
That was not in the white community, Chris. So I'm
sure it was.
It wasn't in mine either. I never imagined my mom unzipping some nigga's bell bottoms to suck his penis.
But she did. She really did. I'm telling you, in Jesus' name, she did.
She never did it in front of me.
Not enough that you'd think about it.
Thank God she didn't do it.
I was the third kid. She might have did it to my oldest brother. But I think you still sucking dicks in front of your children after the second one, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's probably how you was conceived. A good old pair of Levi's, with, below the waist. Yeah, but he had
a monster wang.
I didn't even think to look.
I was just trying to figure out why my mom would stay with a nigga who cheated on her so much. That's what the evidence tells me. My dad must have had a big ass fuck. He must have satisfied her in some manner for her to put up with that so many times.
I'm here to testify in the Lord's name. Good dick will make you do some of the stupidest shit. It will make you write checks your ass can't clear. I mean, it will just make you do dumb shit. And all the while, they do this thing every year in January, and they show like ugly bitches with guys, and then the way you can tell that they there for the income tax return. They say if he got his hand on her lower hip and he's standing directly behind her, it's a message saying, "Don't fuck with my income tax return." So, and if you notice, they always come January, February, and then they leave you for the rest of the year. Then you find yourself chasing that good dick, what you consider to be good penis, the whole year.
Was there good dick that you thought was good dick that you then later on learned was not good dick?
Yes, Ashley's daddy. It was disease dick.
Disease dick.
Yes. It kept me at the health department with something. It was, thank God back then it was everything curable, but it burned, it bit.
But see, you wasn't with him for the sex. You were with him for the love that you thought he was giving you. He was with you.
Yeah. Yeah, he was with me for the sex. Oh, I had a virgin. If according to, if you was Pakistani and you fucked me, you could have went to heaven.
Did you? I don't know if you want to move on, but did you see the Pakistani woman who is from New York who went viral?
Yes, I did. That's how you would take over a country.
So she got catfished by her 19-year-old Pakistani boyfriend. She arrived in October.
He got catfished.
Oh, he got catfished.
Yeah, she had a filter on her face and showed up with them motherfucking thin ass eyebrow, looked like fingernail.
So that's why he didn't want to talk to her, because of her eyebrows.
Them eyebrows said, "I will kill you." Did you see them eyebrows on that bitch?
Here, let me play it for everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. So she is demanding money from the government. Why was she asking the government for money?
for 100K or more. I need 20K by this week in my pockets in cash. That's a demand to the government. 2,000 or more every week. I demand from the government more than $5,000 in USD. Give me 3,000 a week. Give me more than 5,000 or more, 5,000 to 10,000 USD demand. I want 20K up front, 5K, 10K to stay here every week. And I want those demands from the government right away. I want these demands to be straightened out right away.
Because she flew over there for a boyfriend that did not exist. And she's going to take that money, invest it back into the country because they had no roads. And she said, this is a shitty place, and I need you to pay me to fix up your shitty place.
Sorry. USAID is closed. Nope.
Well, according
to notice her eyebrows until you said
I know. They were like
I was looking for
drawn on.
No, her eyebrow and that bike on her shirt was drawn on by the same person.
That's crazy.
Did you not see the bike on her shirt?
I was just listening to her, the bullshit she was saying.
Look at her. Oh my God. Look at the shirt. She drew that bicycle on her shirt with the same pencil she did her eyebrows with.
Oh. It's like
I made 20K, a turtle, ice cream, rocky road from the government to match the roads that y'all
got. Whoever drew that bike drew her eyebrows. Why is the top of her head lighter than the bottom of her face?
Because she's a clown, clearly.
No, they said she had mental illness.
Oh.
Nah, mentally ill people can't book flights across the country or the world.
I don't know.
When's the last time you seen somebody? Never mind. Be quiet.
You guys are talking that shit, but guess what? She has a whole agent now, an agency. She
my
gosh. They about to make a movie, and they gonna call it "Never Would Have Made It."
I can't wait for the sequel with Haktua Girl.
I know she's gonna. This woman's gonna have her own coin and go to prison like Haktua.
Haktua went to prison.
She's in big trouble. So there's these thing called meme coins. So it's like a crypto coin, but it's not meant to be like a real currency. It's just like a Pog or a Beanie Baby. It's like a collectible, a digital collectible. And these people like Trump and Melania started one on election day and became super filthy rich because people just buy the coin as a collectible. So Haktua started this crypto coin, and then like day 1 or 2, like sold all of her coin, and the crash, and all these people lost their money, and they're crying fraud, and she's offline, not doing her podcast, hiding from everybody.
Yeah, because the only reason it had value was because she held it, right?
Right. And so when she sold the coin,
it had no more value.
It had no more value.
She was no longer involved. But it was her coin. And so she got to keep all the money that people who bought her coin.
But what they looking for her for? She sold it to them. They bought it. They thought the coin was gonna spit.
It was gonna keep growing, and it was gonna keep. It's not an investment. If you buy into a meme coin from Haktua Girl, you're gonna get screwed. Like what? That's on you.
Yeah, they legally found a way to screw. But what she did was not legal, though, right?
That part I don't totally know.
How much did she make?
It was millions.
Enough that her lawyers are gonna take it.
I don't know who is buying this though. But there are people who shop on QVC every single day. I don't know anybody like that, but there are people who do.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. I shop on QVC and
every single day.
Damn near, yeah.
You don't do it.
What are you buying on QVC?
You don't do it.
What are you getting?
I don't do QVC, but I do a lot of TikToking. If you black and you on TikTok, I just buy the shit. And it show up not the item sometimes that I was looking for. Sometimes I forget I buy shit. But I buy from a lot of people. And not just black people. I mean, I do try to support small black businesses. But I am a big person on supporting small business. So you can be any color. If you got some nice shit on TikTok, like I just bought some dumbass, and I know I don't need them. I bought some bear shoes.
Like claws?
No, they 2 big bears on your feet.
Do they have like bare faces or are they bare claws, like slippers?
You stick your feet in the bare body, and it's a shoe.
Is it a
please
shoe?
have someone bring that up so we can see them?
Raymond!
Oh, they haven't came yet. So I bought.
You got to post those.
Yeah.
Are they slippers or are they like shoes?
They house shoes. You just slip your feet into them.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, these are cute. And then I paid, and I realized I paid $130 each for them.
No, you
per
really
foot?
get to be the honey the bears make.
So if you're a small business, you on TikTok, I really don't give a fuck who you are. I will purchase, and especially I do. If you black and if you're a woman, I'm definitely gonna purchase it.
Was there something that showed up to your house that when it got there, you went, "What was I thinking?"
I said I don't remember this. A lot of stuff I don't remember.
Okay.
Take a picture of it. And I said, oh, it came from TikTok, and it's usually some young white woman advertising some. Bye. Some young black woman advertising. Bye. I just gotta be as a woman. I don't give a fuck what color you like.
Do you tend to buy jewelry, clothing,
like
fragrances?
I order from a black lady that be setting my face on fire.
What?
Like a face cream, I think she said.
Oh,
you cut out. That's from this black dermatologist that was really good. And I saw the bear shoes on TikTok. And I saw a Kumo, what is it called? When you like a little jacket thing that you wrap around a Kumalata, you know,
a kimono.
Okay. Yeah, I just bought one of those.
Timon and Pumbaa were about to walk out.
Business, I'm just big on supporting small business. Honestly, I don't care what color you are. If you're a small business, I'm going to support you on TikTok. And I buy a lot of dumb shit. It's something that I really like that I found on TikTok. It's big ass candles.
Yeah.
You got one?
No, I don't go on TikTok at all.
Oh, it's they're like $300 candles.
You just walking around your house, you have a lot of candles.
Well, I've learned that when you spend more for good candles, I used to always wonder, why do white people like in the industry give you candles? I was like, who the fuck want a candle? Because I was a glazed bitch. And then when I got into like higher end candles, I was like, I see the fuck why we get candles. So I even gave some out for Christmas this year, and people really appreciated it.
Are you a like linen scent? Do you like fruit scents?
No, I don't like vanilla anything but ice cream.
Okay.
I don't like vanilla body wash.
One thing we couldn't have.
Yeah.
But it's, I like different scents. I do. So from big ass candles, I like Home Sweet Home. I love that scent.
Well, we should probably take a quick break, and then we should come back and debut a new feature where we take listener voicemails.
Yes, we'll be right back after I go pee. So we have this new feature where we're accepting listeners' voicemail. And so we wanted to try something new to spice it up around here. So we got a few people to call in.
Yeah, so if you remember when we did stereo, people ask us all the time, like 5 years later, hey, how can I call the show? How can I contact you guys, ask questions? So in the show notes of the episode, in the description, you'll find SpeakPipe. Click on the link and you can leave a voicemail like Bree did. So, Pat, this is Bree who left us a voice message and wants to get yours and our thoughts on some stuff.
Miss Pat, this is Bree checking in from Brooklyn, New York, and I have a problem. I have a best friend that I have not seen in 6 months. But the problem is we live 10 minutes away from each other. She is in a relationship. She has a full-time job. She's working on getting her LSAT, but she seems to spend time with other people and make time for them. But when it's our time to hang out, she cancels or she finds a reason. And I haven't seen her since August. Obviously, I love her and I'm all understanding of mental health and give grace. But when is grace enough? When should I start taking it personal and kind of say, hey, enough is enough? I'll see you when I see you.
Well, Bree, I'm gonna say this: if she's not counseling on you, like planning something, and then she's going, "Oh, I can't do it." Honestly, you might just be in your feelings right now. Your friend is just exploring her raw oats.
Her royal oats.
Jesus Christ, that is not what she's doing at all.
She's just exploring her royal oats, Dion. What's your problem?
Pretty much she letting the nut swings. So she's just having a good time. I mean, you've been too serious. If you want to see your friend, just reach out to her. And what is LSAC? That means she's taking she's
trying to be a lawyer.
Oh, I thought that was like nuts in the sack.
Yeah, so, this girl is saying, "Oh, I'm really busy. I'm doing the LSAT," but then she's going out with other friends and putting it on social media.
She's sowing her raw oats. So, and then she might be hanging out with people who trying to be a lawyer. I don't think you're a lawyer. So sometimes you got to network with then you come back to your friends. You got to get your friends in the category that you going into the business of. I had to when I tell you this, when I used to shoplift, I couldn't put my drug dealing friends with my shoplifting friends.
Yeah.
They didn't understand each other. Both was a crime, but the crime didn't go together.
People are calling in for this.
I deal. We ain't the same.
And then her fraud friends would come over, and those people.
I pretend. You sin. We ain't the same.
I'm gonna say, just give her a little time. I know she lived 10 minutes from the house, but if you're really missing her, do a little engaging, give your friend a call. Say, "Hey girl, I miss you. I just want to hang out." Then if she continue to reject her, you can always find you new friends. We here at the Pat Down are here for you. You can come to the party in October and we will give you all the love that you need, Bree.
We will be your friend if you buy a ticket, ma'am.
You got to pay to play.
Right here, $100. I think this woman is Bree. She's not your friend. She thinks you're annoying. She's ducking you. You know it. That's why you're asking the question. Just move on.
Yeah, I always say, what does the evidence say?
Yeah.
If she can find time to party with people who ain't you, and then it's your turn to party, and she go, "Oops, I got to do something else." The evidence is telling me.
Yeah.
And it's okay to believe the evidence.
The evidence say if the relationship don't fit, you must have quit. So
you said, "I'm a lawyer now, bitch. I gotta go." Sorry, Bree.
Sorry.
We love you, Bree.
Yeah, we're sorry. So this next one is an anonymous call. So let me.
Hi, Miss Pat. So I just had an abortion not even a month ago. I just turned 18 and I already have one baby. So I know I did the right thing. But my question is, because you're the only other woman that I know who's had one, did you experience any grief or guilt? And if so, how long did it take before you were able to keep going on with your life? I love your podcast so much. I've read your book. You're my favorite comedian. I love you so much. I'm a crack baby through and through, and I will admit it. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
I did have an abortion, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I did feel grief for a while, probably, and I'm not gonna lie, probably a couple years. And you always think about, that ordeal that you had an abortion, you killed a child. But I'm gonna say this: that was your decision. That's your right. And a lot of things we're gonna do in life that we're gonna regret. Hey, ain't nobody got to deal with you but God. So you knew, to me, you did what was best for you. And it's going to be all right. At least you only killed one. I took down about 2 or 3 of them.
Oh my God. I thought that. Good Lord.
Jeez.
You're going to be okay. It was your choice. And it's okay to feel grief. You was carrying something inside of you that's no longer there. And it's like everything else. It's like losing a relative, a mama, somebody. You eventually, as time go on, you will heal. I promise you. And it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't think anybody gets one and then doesn't have grief.
Yeah.
If they do, I would say that number is much smaller than the opposite, because it's a very heavy thing. So
I was with someone that it was a decade later, still felt grief from it.
Well, that's somebody just like to lie and they shit.
No, I think that's it's a heavy thing. You can hear it in her voice.
It is a heavy thing. She just recently had it. But come on, Chris, do you think I cry about the baby that I got in my closet, the picture? I just keep the picture.
No, but it's okay if you do.
Yeah.
Is what he said.
Everybody's different. Not everybody has to be the way you are.
You don't. It's okay if you do see that baby in the closet, you cry.
Well, I would say this, Anonymous. Take as much time as you need to get over this situation, because it's your situation. And everybody do not handle things the way Miss Pat do. Me, my life is do it and keep it moving. And I don't bring it up, so I don't have to think about it. But, you do what's best for you, and you take as much time as you want to think about this baby. And if you get to missing it so much, you can always get pregnant again and keep the next
I'm going to, at this point, step in and just ask you to talk to a counselor and not us.
They are replaceable.
Let's not go back to the nigga who put that one in you. That's what I was saying.
You can do it again, girl. We love you and we appreciate you. I thank you. I appreciate you for being a crack baby. I appreciate you for sharing something so personal. But hey, what is done, and you cannot dwell over shit you don't have control over. So fine. I hope we made you laugh. I hope we made you think, and maybe you shed a few tears. And if this ever happened, if you ever get in a situation like this again, maybe you'll keep it. If not, you can always catch up with me.
So catch up with you. Here's the baton.
I don't feel like this is a good race. Well, we're like close on time, and I know we want to talk about some Black history. Is Ivana there? Can Ivana come in and help us again? Because that was fun talking to her last week and hearing you talk to her and ask her questions. So if you don't know who Ivana is, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly.
It's Ivana.
Ivana. Okay, I apologize. Ivana is a producer, and she is helping produce the podcast a little bit more and trying to add structure to what is really structureless. So that's who Ivana is. So if you didn't know who this person was last week, huh?
Is it on me? I got the filter now.
Do you have? Actually. How did you add a filter? Because Miss Pat said put a filter on me, and I didn't know you could do that.
There's like a slight retouching in the settings on here.
Oh, okay.
You're on it. I think you got it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So stay right there.
You don't need it. I need it.
Okay. So are we ready for the Black History facts?
We are.
So this week we're going to highlight a couple of Black inventors. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to start with Bessie Blount Griffin. While working at the Bronx Hospital in New York at 37 years old, Blount invented an electric feeding tube for amputees.
Oh, wow.
As a medical professional or former professional, this would be particularly relevant for you.
What year was that?
I don't know. Let me see.
Wait a minute. She got a feeding tube for people with no legs?
Yeah, amputee, no legs, no arms, gangrene.
So what was they just throwing the food at people before she came
what were they doing? How did they feed it? Was it like mama birds?
Well, we tried tube, y'all.
Nurses were having to like chew the food up and spit in their mouth.
Bitch, fuck people standing over. Come on, you gonna get this goddamn.
That's terrible.
Oh, them sick niggas eat with cinnamon because they was rubber sticks together.
Well, all right. Well, give us another Black History fact. And don't tell me you don't want this Black History shit. This is Black History fact, and we're power to the people. Right. Come on, Dion. Come on, Chris. Power to the people.
I stand in solidarity with my sister.
I give my heart to all Blacks.
Yeah. Whoa. Put a filter on that.
Okay. So our next person we'll go with Shirley Ann Jackson, a Black woman. She was a physicist, and she was responsible for inventing caller ID.
What?
Wow.
It took a Black woman to catch a nigga cheating. I know that's right, Shirley Ann Tilsom.
Shirley Antism.
I've got the Shirley Antism.
I know who calling.
That's why you have the Shirley Antism, which is why you just did that.
Yeah.
Shirley Ann Jackson, we would like to thank you from all the wives who caught niggas cheat with caller ID. We appreciate you, Shirley Jackson. If you still around, go Shirley.
She is still around. She's alive.
I remember when that shit first came out.
Oh my God.
ID first before you answer that.
Yes, and you can
we would just pick up the phone, not knowing who was calling us. You remember those days?
And you had to do like the star 69 or whatever
Yeah.
to like find out who called you.
Oh my gosh. I knew black people are so fucking talented. We are the FBIs.
The what?
What black woman was sitting at home saying, I need to find out who called this nigga. What we gonna call it? Call her, I'ma ID that bitch. Call ID. Shirley Jackson. That's how she came up with it. Yes.
All right. Our next Black history icon. This is a little bit different, not necessarily an inventor, but someone who co-discovered the North Pole.
Oh.
Gone with that bullshit. The North Pole been here.
No, I mean, that's kind of cold.
Yeah, his name was Matthew Henson, and he co-discovered it with a man named Robert Peary in 1909.
So they just walked on ice and say, oh, North Pole. We north. It's a pole out here.
You know what happened is the white man went past it and the nigga said, no, come on back. So they agreed because he was on the pole and the nigga was on the north. So they split the difference. And that's why I got the name North Pole. And that is an unknown Black history fact that I just made up.
Okay. Well, a black man help somebody discover we discover coal areas too. Didn't know that. Oh, while we on a Black history, I don't know if you got this in your thing, but do you know the Hoosier is named after a black man?
Yeah.
Hoosiers in Indiana are named after a black man.
What's the backstory?
Pull it up.
You out here knowing things you don't know. Stop it.
Hoosier, Indiana Hoosier, named that.
So while she looks that up, I've actually got a couple Super Bowl firsts. History was made yesterday. This was on the BET Instagram. Mm-hmm. So Taj Williams becomes the first black woman to design the Super Bowl logo.
Yes.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And Autumn Lockwood becomes the first black woman to coach a win. She's the first black woman coach to win a Super Bowl.
And here's
so she's on the Eagles.
Yes, I remember her.
I don't know what she does.
His name was Harry Hoosier, right?
All right.
1815 to 1810. He was an influencer black
Methodist preacher during the late 1700s.
Mm-hmm. And why did they name after him?
Honestly, I don't know what a Hoosier is.
Oh, it's Indiana. It's him. It's them.
Yeah, like our nickname.
Oh, like a ATLian?
Yes.
Yep, the Ohio Buckeyes or...
He said ATLian.
Okay.
ATLians?
You know he doesn't know what that is.
I'd never heard that before.
Okay, so it says that some historians believe that early settlers in Indiana, many of whom were Methodist, were influenced by Hoosier's preaching. So he was a preacher.
And that's why you guys are named Hoosier, after a black man.
Because
we discover y'all.
Very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say?
Said interesting.
Yeah. So Indiana, I want y'all to know, y'all, we are leading. We y'all are named after a powerful preacher, black man.
No, don't sit here and say we after you abandon us. You don't get to be a Hoosier anymore.
I never was a Hoosier, sir. I've always been you guys. I love that state. You guys, I love the support. Y'all built my career off of hard-earned comedy. I learned a lot, but I will forever be an ATLian.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is my home. Y'all know that. I never wanted to live there. It's cold. It's white. It's churchy. It's praise the Lord. I never wanted. I was just telling somebody that when I was living there, and I had never seen programs like what they had in Indiana. They had a grandpa program. You remember that, Dion? And they put Junebug in the grandpa program at the church, and the kids would get out of church. They would get out of school and go over to the church. And then they had adopted old people in the community. They didn't have no kids and stuff. So they would come over to the elementary school and adopt a grandbaby, and they adopt Junebug. And his grandpa's name was Grandpa Dick, but Junebug would never call the man name. He would call him Grandpa and point at his dick.
I didn't know any of that.
And the man would show up at his game like he really was a grandpa.
That's
and
cute.
He stayed there he stayed through the whole contract.
That is a Plainfield thing.
Yeah.
That never happened in.
No, you didn't have a fake grandpa?
Man, I ain't see no unwanted white man at any of my basketball games.
I'm sure if you got on Fortnite, you could make that happen.
Any white dude who showed up at one of our events, he was there for a reason. And he made it known.
Any more?
Okay, so this will be the last one for this week, but I think that this woman might be the most iconic. Her name is Christina Jenkins, and she invented the sew-in.
Oh,
The sewing by hand or the machine?
The sew-in, like a weave.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It was not the Korean
Wait a
people.
minute. Hold on. I want to make sure I understand this. A black woman invented the weave?
Yeah.
No, sewing it to your head.
Yeah, like the style, like starting with
Okay.
corn
What did they do before?
on top.
Wigs.
Yeah, they looked a mess.
Yeah, wigs, like what I got on now. Just slide it on your head.
Okay.
What they did before is white dudes would get these weird ass cornucopia cornrows and put it in a wig, and they would just put it on like hats, and then they would argue about people's rights, and then they would bang a gavel and take that fucking wig off and throw it in the corner and be like, now make me a sandwich.
What did they
And
have?
then a black man was like, you know what? I'm gonna just make this hair
Dion-
always on my head so I can be in charge the whole fucking
Dion
time.
is in a mood today. Don't get him started.
And that's why we have sew-ins now.
So why did George Washington them have on them fucking corny ass wigs? If we could go back in time, one thing I hope is when we all die, we get to talk to the people that was before us.
I
Like
can tell you
George-
why they was wearing wigs.
Why?
Because white men only listen to white women they interested in. Them niggas was trans. They was all trans, making rules, dressed up as women, so that other white men would listen to them. Because I ain't never seen a white man convince another white man of anything. But I seen a bunch of white bitches trick a bunch of white men into a whole lot of shit.
Very silly.
Oh, George, put it in the Constitution. Okay, madam. That's what they was doing.
Well, that is your little known. Well, I can't say that. That's somebody else's name. But that is your Black History fact from the Pat Down podcast, because I want you to be enlightened. Is that right? Enlightened on the history of the people before me. So you can't ever say that you don't know, because hey, this country was built by slaves. And I know they only gave us 28 days. And I just want you to know. So now you can go and tell your babies who created the cornrows. Who's your Harry? Whole Indiana named after a black man, even though the Klan took it over. They was, I'm a Hoosier. No, you really a nigga. But
Good grief.
I know, Chris, you never felt so black in your life.
I feel very black right now.
Oh, Lord.
Because your socks is black.
That's about all of it on me that's black. Yeah.
Yeah. I can hit you in the balls and you can really be black.
No, that would make history.
You know what, Chris? Can I ask you something before we go?
Sure.
And I don't like to talk about your genitals because I think it's very
I know how it's your least favorite subject and you never bring it up, but go ahead.
Yes.
Can I just ask you, why do white men put all of their dick sack to the right? Like, like if you look between Dion legs, it's spread it like a fat vagina. But white men always choke their balls out to the right of the belt.
I mean, mine just kind of ballooned forward. I part from the middle. I don't.
Balloon.
Yeah, it's
balloon forward.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean. There is a thing.
Your balls forward.
If you go to a tailor, have you ever had a tailor like getting fitted for a tux and they ask which way you lay? It's the first time
Yes.
really confused me, which is which way do you put your dick? I was like,
most white men are to the right, and it's like not much. It is choked out to the right.
I think it's to the right. Most people are right-handed.
Just right-handed.
It has nothing to do with race.
No, I'm not. Well,
I think it's hanging to the right now because I'm right-handed.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're like peeing and then you just put it back in, so you're doing one of these.
So when I piss, it always flow to the back of my booty.
Oh God. Is that why you wipe?
What?
Is that why they have to wipe?
I'm so confused. How is pee getting onto your booty?
We shake it like
if
when
you're sitting on your booty, how is pee getting there?
I don't know. It's something crooked and it's going to roll.
You got a crooked creek? Down on crooked creek.
Your pussy's a half pipe and you're just going back and forth.
Enough of that.
Miss Pat's half pipe.
Well, let me change this from Royal Oats to Miss Pat's half pipe.
Well, it's another crazy ass episode of the Pat Down. And make sure y'all, I'm not on tour right now for at least 2 months. But you can go to my website at MissPatComedy.com and catch me as soon as I finish taping season 5 of the Miss Pat Show, which will be out sometime this year. With that said, thank you for another great episode. Give it up for Chris and Dion and Ivana. Yay! Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Pat Down. Make sure you check out my website at MissPatComedy.com for all of my social media, my tour dates, my book. Make sure you spread the word about my podcast. Please rate and review. Please rate and review and share. Thank y'all so much, y'all. I've been Miss Pat.